الحمد لله إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونتوكل إليه ونعوذ به من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله بلغ رسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة ومحى الظلمة وكشف الغمة وجاهد في الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين. أما بعد، أيها المستمعون الكرام، أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عز وجل. إن الله أرسل نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم بشيرا ونذيرا ليخرج الناس من الظلمات الكفر والجاهلية إلى نور الإيمان والإسلام. الحديث: قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: يوشك الأمم أن تداعى عليكم كما تداعى الأكلة إلى قصعتها. فقال قائل: ومن قلة نحن يومئذ؟ قال: بل أنتم يومئذ كثير ولكنكم غثاء كغثاء السيل. ولينزعن الله من صدور عدوكم المهابة منكم وليقذفن الله في قلوبكم الوهن. فقال قائل: يا رسول الله وما الوهن؟ قال: حب الدنيا وكراهية الموت. رواه إمام أحمد في مسنده وأبو داود في سننه. Brothers and sisters in Islam, first of all we have to praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah who has given us the nur of Islam, the nur of Iman that has come to put off the darkness of kufr, the darkness of fear, the darkness of hunger, darkness of every other calamity. Islam has come to put light on everything, that our life in this world should be good, and also in the hereafter our lives should also be good. I bear witness that there is none worthy of worship except Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, and also bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his messenger and his prophet. Today we are going to discuss on a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this hadith is very, very important. It's going to put us on three issues. One, issue of spread of Islam. Two, promotion of Islam. Three, protection of Islam. It is our duty to do that, but if you don't do it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will remove us and put other people and also give them the same one. You have to do this one. That's why generations pass, generations come, but the work of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continues, and the Islam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will continue to flourish. It is my duty and yours to do what? Number one, to spread this religion of Islam. Everywhere you have to spread it. Number two, to protect it. Number three, to promote it. If you don't do it, then others will bring other people to come and do it on your behalf. And for you who is defeated, I think it means that Islam you have no space in Islam. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in the hadith of Imam Ahmad says that my concern as Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to my ummah is that there will come a time, in the time of another generation that will pass, when this ummah, when your ummah, Islam, will be feasted upon like people feasting on food served ready on plate. You know, when a food is put on plate, it's very easy to eat. So he said, the time will come when the Muslims will be gathered as food is gathered on a plate. And then the enemies will come around it and they will begin to eat it. Very easy to eat until they finish us. That's what the Prophet Muhammad predicted. But this one shocked the Sahaba al-Kiram. The companion asked, shall we be very few that time? Would the number of Muslims be very few at that time? Because the mind they have is that with the Sahaba al-Kiram, they have one objective. All of them, one objective. Their problem has been that they were few. So he is wondering how that thing will happen. Would it be that there will be even fewer? But the Prophet Muhammad answered them, La, bal antum kathir yawma idin. That day will be, the population will be so big. Now in a population of 6 billion people, Muslims are about 2.something billion in the world. We are too many. But he says, but you will be like a Buddha. Buddha is saying that you will be like a path in the river. You see the dirt which comes with the river. You see a very big dirt like this, but it has no value. It is not even heavy. Someone kicks it like this and it goes away. So he said that time Muslims will be like that. You will have nowhere to run. We shall be like the grasshoppers which are already fried and put on the plate. Anybody can pick it with ease. And I think he's giving us a very difficult time ahead. So, it will happen, that's what he says. We'll be like the birds of the same feathers, but we'll be flocking differently. We will not be flocking together. That's why he says, on the contrary, you will have a bigger population, but you will be like half in a river bank. Why? Because this thing never happens at the time of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It never happened. Why did it not happen? Because you see, those people have two challenges. One challenge is personal interest. Second challenge is the interest of the religion. Now for them, they wrapped up the personal interest and threw away. They remain with only one interest, the interest of Islam. And that's why they came together. Very different from us today. It is the interest of the Ummah that we have tied and put aside and we bring our own interest and put in front. And that's where the problem is. So this condition, Muslim brothers and sisters, did not happen in the time of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It did not happen in the time of the Sahaba al-Kiram. They were together. But for them they have one issue, the sole issue is the faith. For us, we also have faith, but we also have other things besides faith. For example, when we get problem with my brother, the Sahabas, they run straight away to the Quran because the answer is in the Quran. Allah says, وَإِنْ تَنَزَعْتُمْ فِي شَيْءٍ فَرُدُّوهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. They go there to the books of Allah. When the book gives them solution to that problem, whether it is in his interest or not, it is done because Quran has already decided. Because Allah says, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابِ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. For them, that is all. For us, it is different. We first go to the Quran, to the Sharia. If our interest is not catered there in Sharia, we leave the Sharia, we go to High Court. We shall say that actually, the mother, we say that the mother book, not the constitution of the country is bigger than our Quran. Therefore, we are running there because the Quran has not helped us, so the courts of law will help us. That is how we do it. That's how we do it. We have made Quran to be second. Let others say it is second. But for you as a Muslim, say this is my only book that will guide me and final. whatever it says is what I go with. That's how the Sahaba says, and that makes the difference. The community today, even before we come today, I want to give you an example of a community which was eaten up. The community of Muslims which were eaten up by their enemies coming around it has been the community of the Ottoman Empire. You have heard of Ottoman Empire that reigned from 1290 to 1922. That time there, that Khilafa Uthmaniyya, it reigned it worked very, very well that time with its capital in Istanbul. But they started as a very powerful caliphate, upholding Islamic flag very, very high up, under the first Sultan called the Sultan Othman the first. But the enemies later named them the sick man of Europe, to those who have studied history. The sick man of Europe, actually they are meaning the Khalifa of Uthmaniyya, which was running on the constitution of Islam, Quran, and the Sunnah of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, what the enemies did, they called him the sick man. Why do you think they called him the sick man, not the strong man, not the healthy man? They called him sick man because they were working a way of destroying him. Physically, they were unable, but they said we have other ways of coming to fight it. Why? Because the shaitan vowed before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He told Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, بِلَا مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ فَبِمَا أَغْوَيْتَنِي لَأَقْعُدَنَّ لَهُمْ صِرَاطَكَ الْمُسْتَقِيمَ ثُمَّ لَآتِيَنَّهُمْ مِنْ بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ وَمِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ وَعَنْ أَيْمَانِهِمْ وَلَا تَجِدُ أَكْثَرَهُمْ شَاكِرِينَ. He said he has many ways of approaching us. He can come from the front, from the back, from the left, from the right, and they use all this to make us in the center. So they devised another means, but I'm going to mention only 5, which concerns our khutbah of today. The enemies injected 5 diseases that weakened them and led to the final collapse of the Ottoman Empire in 1922. One of the diseases was to dismantle Islamic leadership. They made a research and found that leadership played a major role in the development of Islam. Leadership played a major role in the development of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with his community. Because the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when you are even 3 Muslims and you are walking, you are going to Kiseni or you are going to market, 3 of you, before you start, choose a leader among you, then you begin this journey. That's how important leadership is. He said, even if you are 2, first decide who should be a leader and then you go. If a leader dies, before you marry the leader, somebody should replace this person and he takes over the program. That is how important leadership is in uniting Muslims. So, they say, there is something they have realized in the Quran that says, أَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولَ وَأُولُو الْأَمْرِ. They say if we don't break this equation, we shall not manage these Muslims. We have to separate between the sheep and the shepherd. If you can make confusion between the leader and the led, then you have done with that one. It's like the confusion in the shrines of the mushrikun. What they were going to call Saba. There's Rubari.